Yesterday we talked about reasons why people take Social Security benefits early. And for a lot of reasons, people do that because they want to fulfill their bucket list. They want to visit grandkids. They want to get that RV. They want to travel. As you get older, yeah, you may get a higher benefit payment from Social Security, but that's not going to buy you the energy you need at 75 years of age. It just doesn't do it. Have you ever seen an instance where money buys you energy?
No.
It doesn't happen. With me today is Rick. And Rick, thanks for being willing to share your story with folks here today about your consultation with me. What were you thinking about Social Security before we consulted?
Well, Randy, thanks for having me.
Oh, yes. Thank you for being here.
And I wasn't thinking about it too much.
Yeah.
I knew it was there. We all knew it was there. I think most of us in my group, my friends, weren't planning on Social Security to be our retirement plan. Mm-hmm. We got a statement every year, so we had an idea about what was there, but we knew it was to be supplemental to whatever our plans were.
Which is really awesome because I know anybody at SSA that might watch this video, they're like, he's a poster child for what we want people to be. You don't rely on Social Security being the sole source of retirement. You plan and you have other sources of income. And so you kind of set yourself up perfectly for what happened. So a curveball was hit your way and you came to me consulting with me for what you should do and what your options were and how did things work out?
Well, it was incredible. It was a fun experience for me, a real surprise. When we were talking about my situation and my family and my living situation and I had a young son, about 16 years old, that was living with me, and you let me know that he was eligible for a benefit.
Yeah.
It was a total surprise to me.
The auxiliary child benefit, yeah, which is half of your primary insured amount, and you being a money guy, an investor. You kind of started kind of dialing in on what that would do, and it kind of led to a clear pathway of taking benefits early. So we checked to make sure you weren't working and earning over the annual earnings limit, taking a reduced benefit, and you weren't. And so you self-employed, the market was down, and you knew your income was going to be well below the annual earnings limit for a number of years to get you to full retirement age, so you were good to go there. So check that box off. Then your son got the auxiliary child benefit, and then you counseled with your son together. And what did you guys do? What was the outcome?
Well, this benefit was an absolute bonus. He was making enough money through high school through lawn mowing and whatever he was doing to have enough income and didn't need this benefit. And he agreed that let's save it, let's save every penny. And we did spend a little bit of money on a modest car and a couple things that we agreed were important. But we saved the rest. And at the end of his education, he had about $50,000.
Wow. And then so that was, so it was cool that he agreed to do that. That's awesome. You have a good influence over your son, and it paid off. What'd you guys do?
Well, it makes a big difference when you're prepared.
Yeah.
Preparedness is such an important aspect of life. But an opportunity came for my son to buy a real estate lot, a vacant lot. And we knew that this was a great opportunity. The price was really, really good, and that he had an opportunity coming up where he and his brother could improve the lot, building a pole barn on this lot for people to store RVs and store their toys. And so they did that. They spent the summer working and building this structure, and put the property right back on the market, and doubled his income.
Wow!
So here's a young man now just out of high school with almost $100,000 to work with.
That's amazing, and that's just steamrolled and rolled over into other opportunities, businesses and investment tools now that he's using, and he basically is living a debt-free life where he doesn't have an interest-free life, where he doesn't have to pay interest to anyone.
Well, that's exactly right. He had enough resources there and invested them wisely, and he's borrowed from himself.
Wow.
And pays himself back with interest. So he's living a life without the bank.
Yeah.
Which is a great advantage when you have compound interest.
Mm-hmm.
Uninterrupted.
Yeah.
You're set you're really set.
Yeah, so he is set up for life, and so you use this opportunity to bless his life, and then how has the retirement been for you, long term wise?
Oh, terrific. I'm very, very lucky, and some of the investments that I invested in have borne fruit, and I've had enough residual income coming from investment properties, supplemented by my Social Security.
Right.
And it's awesome. And I'm in a situation, as long as I'm careful and continue to be prudent, I can save money.
Excellent.
I can still save money monthly.
Excellent, and that's that you are a poster child all the way down. I mean, we could list all the accolades that makes you a poster child for retirement. But this is awesome, Rick. Thanks for sharing your story. I appreciate it. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Randy from Bragg Social Security Consulting. Come visit with me, and let's get you taken care of. Let's figure out what your unique retirement scenario looks like. Follow me also on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Appreciate you being with us today and sharing a little bit of your time.